52, and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Green. He'll drop this down to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And here's Green, looking to throw on 2nd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Vita Vea, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays. Looking to throw. Green. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And a Packer first down.
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, Williams. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Off the play fake. Green. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Operating from the gun, Green, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab, and the Packers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Packers 7, Vikings 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 8-3. Check back, man.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Set. Ready. 60 orange. That's the way. Check back, man. Ready.
Wilson.
Let's go, Abby. That's what you got. What you got, Abby?
Open man is Denzel Mims. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Man left, man left. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Check back, man, not.
Play action. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Room to run inside the 40. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run on first down with Akers. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll run for it with Akers. Able to slither by. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
On the counter, this is Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. On the give, this is Akers. A nice run there, 8 yards. Moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit hot.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Green. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off near the 44. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It We'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team's side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there.
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Now Green throwing on first down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Wilson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. This is taken at the 15. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious. because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Green. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Green on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Score, Vikings 21.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Green. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try to hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw. Green. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track. So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 10. They'll run this with Akers. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him so far. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Going right back to Akers. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Here we go. This is David. Daniel. You must be dreaming. Just go.
They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Green to throw on 2nd down. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Green. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
We got 4.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
62 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Packers pick it up. Taking it right down Broadway. 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They go play action now. Wilson. Being chased out left. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. A big play there on the keeper.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
On first down, Akers, and shutting him off, now open field. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. To throw is Wilson. Able to connect with Mims. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Packers.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Williams. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
To throw is Green. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Complete. Smith has it. 7 yards, the pickup there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Green. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's complete. Okure-Bunam. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
He'll let this go deep for run. And this is taken in at the 5. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
They'll run here with Akers. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Akers again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Slide for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Oh, some strong running. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 47 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
1st down, Green Bay.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Green. Got his man. It's Williams. Williams loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And with that kind of...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now the Vikings will continue to run these